Social for Iran to make a deal or else the U.S. bombing would resume, as U.S. negotiators head to Pakistan today for another round of talks. Maybe. Iran may not show up to negotiate.
This is largely considered the last chance for the Iranians. When I spoke with the president over the weekend, he was very clear. They are going to sign on the dotted line, or he's going to target their bridges and power plants.
Fox's Trey Yingst is in Tel Aviv.
It's a decision that Iranian officials have to make. And I'm told by regional sources today there is a divide among Iranian leadership about what to do and whether or not to call the president's bluff. But the president isn't bluffing. This is a very similar situation that we saw before Operation Epic Fury began. The United States is giving the Iranians an off-ramp here, a chance at diplomacy. And if they don't take it, the war is expected to resume.
If Iran does not negotiate, this may be why.
Iran's military says the seizure of the Iranian-flagged cargo ship was an act of armed piracy. It happened in the Gulf of Oman, where the U.S. military fired on the vessel following a 6-hour standoff. President Trump says the ship was given fair warning to stop. Marines then rappelled on board from helicopters.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The U.S. has turned away about 24 other ships violating a blockade on Iran's ports in the Strait of Hormuz. The new uncertainty has oil prices rising back up 5%. Stock futures are falling on Wall Street. We expect an update today from police in Shreveport, Louisiana, on a mass shooting when a gunman killed 8 children,
including 7 of his own. The victims ranging in age from 1 year old to 14. 2 other people, the children's mother and another woman, were also wounded and are in critical condition.
Fox's Carly Shimkus. That gunman's dead, shot by police after a car chase. Importers who want payback can file for tariff refunds starting this morning under a system set up by the Trump administration after the Supreme Court struck down the president's tariffs. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
Yet another drug boat blown up off the South American coast, killing 3 more alleged narco-terrorists. U.S. Southern Command says they were going through a known route for drug traffickers. More than 50 boats have been attacked since the operation started last September. 2 U.S. embassy officials are dead in Mexico after busting up a drug lab there. Killed along with 2 others, the New York Times reports, after their car went off a road down a cliff.
Mexican authorities announced Sunday that multiple officers, including U.S. Embassy personnel, died after returning from a major weekend operation to dismantle clandestine drug labs in Morelos. The Attorney General of State said those killed were carrying out the operation April 17th and 18th, following a 3-month investigation, dismantling 6 large-scale synthetic drug production sites. Sue Guzman, Fox News.
It's Marathon Monday in Boston.
Not forgetting about the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, the city has been preparing well in advance with multi-layered security.
We will have law enforcement and public safety personnel positioned wherever needed to ensure that we have eyes on the entire race route and supports available for our communities.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu, the city also implementing bag and item restrictions and surveillance and technology. More than 30,000 athletes taking part in the 26.2-mile Boston Marathon, with the first wave of athletes starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
The Boston Red Sox will play their traditional early game at 11 a.m. Eastern, playing the Detroit Tigers. The New York Mets have the day off after a loss to the Chicago Cubs extended their losing streak to 11 games. In the NBA, the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder, the top seed in the West, beat Phoenix by 35 points in their first-round playoff opening game. But the East's top seed Detroit lost to Orlando in Game 1. Boston and San Antonio won their first-round openers. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
The Redbird Recap.
With a gentle northeast to northwest months. Here's a look at local news. A pair of tornadoes touched down Friday in parts of northern Illinois, including near Lena, Roscoe, South Beloit, and Rockton. Stevenson County Sheriff's Office warning residents to avoid damaged areas with downed trees and power lines. IBM Illinois Discovery Accelerator Institute in Chicago expanding. IBM and the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign announced the renewal and the expansion of the institute. The Discovery Accelerator has delivered more than 230 research publications, advancing 20 active projects across AI, quantum computing, and other emerging fields. Champaign County officials say rising call volumes in rural townships putting new pressure on volunteer EMS crews. The county board reviewed funding options to help departments replace aging equipment and maintain response times. No final decisions were made, but discussions will continue into the spring months. And that's a check of what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom.
Been out of program.
Just a little cooler today.
Yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful sunshine around East Central Illinois, but ooh boy, I tell you what, it's 32 in my car.
That's right. I don't know how the plants are surviving. If people used sheets last night or the next couple of days.
I didn't do anything, but some of those come up. The annuals come up on their own. Yeah.
And the tulips.
Yeah, so it was a little nippy, but Greg's got this covered, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How about you guys?
We're
Good morning.
just good. Until I got the vest back on today. I tell you what's...
I suspected. Yeah, you know what? Keep that or your additional backup one close at hand.
This is such a huge lift to have 4 or 5 months of driving in the light. I mean, the 5 a.m. hour is pretty light now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very nice. So enjoyed that a lot. And what the heck? We had a nice weekend, and away we go for the, gosh darn, it's the 20th of April.
I know it.
Boston Marathon Day.
Yep.
This Saturday's our marathon.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yep, we got race weekend approaching.
Yep.
Still time, in fact, today, if you wanted to volunteer on the course or be part of that health and wellness fair at the Arc. I believe Thursday evening is the mile run, and that has a lot of people. And then the 5K on, I think, Friday night. We've got so many different races in this running event coming to town.
It's fun to go to the Arc and see all the displays. The woman from, who was it, had magic cream that you put on your body and
for pains and aches.
Gracie, when she ran it 2 years ago, she had something going on. And it was Thursday, and I put that on 4 or 5 times to her Saturday. It did not hurt at all.
Oh, wow. Great.
Wow.
The knee or the calf or whatever it was, she had no pain at all.
Is it like a biofreeze ointment of some type?
No, it's some kind of cream. It's they mix it in their bathtub. I don't know what the heck it is, but it worked.
Okay.
I have no idea. Did I have the woman on the air? You know what? It's just hard to remember things anymore.
All kinds of
paper and pencil, sir. It works wonders. Trust me.
The one of the greatest responses ever to "I forgot" was my great Aunt Martha.
Yeah.
And I said to her one time, I just can't remember. And you know, the best response, if anybody ever said the best response you'll remember for the rest of their lives, because I did, it was like 50 years ago, 40 years ago. She said, well, you got so much up in there.
Okay. It's true.
I mean, you know, normally
got
it's
so much up in there.
You dope, you can't remember. Yeah, no, you got so much in there.
So the bigger the head size, and I'm in that group, then the more stuff you got.
Exactly.
Largely useless information.
No,
but.
exactly. No, it's just a great response. All right, good morning. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Commissioner Meteorologist Greg Solier. I'm Stevie J, and it is Monday, April 20. Our weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, always looking for good members of the team. If you're interested in a career in healthcare with opportunities for growth, you can visit carl.org/careers.
All right, sir. What are you thinking on our week ahead?
Well, a little frost scraping off the windshield this morning. Hopefully what did Finkel used to say, the potted pansies and petunias didn't perish on the patio this morning, something along those lines, and readings that were generally around their coldest between about 31 and 33 degrees. There may have been a low cold spot at 29 to 30 for about 90 minutes or so. So still the residual effects of that, he tries to say. You can see on the vehicle, so get that cleared off this morning on the windshield before you head on out, or just let Mother Nature do her thing. Kind of a quiet period of weather, quieter compared to the severe weather of late. We'll get back into some rainy weather for Thursday and Friday. It'll linger into the weekend at times, and another pattern shift. This one not very friendly to producers and everyone else looking for extended warm, dry days. We're going to go right back into at least somewhat wetter, but markedly cooler. I would even say there's still some cold air concerns coming back in later in the month and the beginning part of May as well. And that cold air is what one really main mechanism that helps to generate organized rains this time of the year. So field work, do it the best you can, get it done while you may, where you can, the best you can, but going to be pretty much limited going forward here in the weeks to come. 58 doesn't help, but the sun sure does. Light northeasterly wind should be about 64 this time of the year. Not as cold tonight, 44. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, milder in the afternoon, warmer, and some increase in cloud cover late in the day, the high about 57. That may spark a stray shower in a couple of spots tomorrow night, low down to 57. Not bad Wednesday, some sunshine and 78. Clouds increase on Thursday, maybe a little bit of rain later in the afternoon. That's dry at 81. Then into showers and thunderstorms for the day on Friday, on and off. More rain for Saturday and Sunday, and a cooling trend. It's mid-70s on Friday with highs in the 60s for the weekend, early next week as well. For CBD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgan.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much. And again, good morning. 7-Eleven opened my water bill. Yeah, that's a good response. Uh-oh. You tell me how my water bill was $444.
Oh my gosh. It's doubled then, huh?
Oh, quadrupled.
Oh no.
That's an $80 bill.
Is there a leak
somewhere?
Well,
that's what you're thinking, but where? I went all over the house. You know, sometimes something's running. Ask your husband if he hears his house. Whenever you hear a noise that isn't, I hear everything.
Yes.
And so you walk around and something's like the fan is on in the basement bathroom kind of thing. You hear it. Mm-hmm. There's not a sound in my house. There's not a sound in my house. There's no leaky toilet. There's nothing running. I have an irrigation system that's not even on. Where's my leak?
I know ours is twice as high. I guess it's just like that these days.
Well, I think water went up. I know that, but give me a break. Anyway, good morning. It's just one of those spontaneous.
I think we're all in that kind of spot, though, Stevie. It just seems like everything is higher.
Well, I mean, if your water bill was $444, you'd notice.
Man.
It's like, what the heck? Anyway, it's...
And what can you do?
Well, you call the water company and said, I know you read the meter twice, but is it ever possible that fails? Come to my house. Mm-hmm. And then I guess you call a plumber, right?
I guess
you call. I don't know how I should do it. My outside guy, I could call him, but nothing's on. But you don't hear any. Someday you hear a toilet. You can hear that.
Yeah.
You can hear when somebody flushes the toilet up there. Mm-hmm. You can hear it, and there's just silence. So anyway, it's just one of those spontaneous things Stevie J does. I just bring it up. Also, the news of Andrei Stojakovic. I'm back. He did that little video. Was it in place of John Blackwell? Is that sweepstakes over? Don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. And,
right.
And by the way, when that broke on, was it Friday?
I think it was Friday.
When we happened to hear and see the Illini, the number 4, the ages, Andre sitting on a basketball court with that headline. Andre,
right.
So then he had sunglasses looking over him. I'm back.
Exactly.
I would take Stojakovic over John Blackwell for sure.
He's used to the system. He was our second and leading scorer.
Yeah, he's everybody. The chemistry here is fantastic. Mm-hmm. And so if it's either or, I totally would have taken Andrei Stojakovic. Now, Blackwell averaged 20 a game. He's really, really good. But again, it's just it's one of those things. And these guys they just really, really get along.
So the twins are back, and Jake's back.
Jake's back. The twins are back.
David.
We got David, and we got
back.
So with that news, Brandon Lee is leaving. And he's a guy who didn't play much.
I see.
But I sure would have liked to see him play more this year, but I don't think he's going to get time.
Okay.
So if you're in any sport, the number one thing I would think in college is you want to go someplace you can play. I mean, unless you're just happy being on the team,
right?
Practicing, helping them get ready.
Yeah.
But, everybody on our team could go somewhere and start. We're one of the top basketball programs in America now. So anyway, this is David, Andre, and Z on on a Zoom call together.
Okay.
And it comes up where David said, I'll arm wrestle you, Dre. I'll arm wrestle you.
Oh, arm wrestle. Come on, Dre. Dodge. Haydi.
I don't arm wrestle fat people.
Oh.
This is so funny. Somebody hasn't told Dear David that it's not category, it's category.
Ah.
Yeah, because I would broke your hand. We are not in the same category. That's why.
Category either.
Z starts laughing. Anyway, these guys they're brothers, man.
Mm-hmm.
They really, really, really. You're with them all the time, and you have to do a Zoom, and then you post that. I broke your hand.
Okay.
And I wouldn't arm wrestle. Talk about not being in the same category. Oh my gosh, because David's huge.
I know.
He really is. Okay, off and running. Here we go. We're going to check your sports headlines. Hey, the National League Central is the best baseball division. In fact,
got some winning going on.
Well, the Cubs and the Brewers are in last place, but yet they would be leading two other divisions in baseball because they're 12-9, but that's last place in the Central.
I see.
What?
So extra innings for the St. Louis Cardinals in that 7-5 win over Houston. Let's get your Redbird recap.
The Redbird recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Mason Wynn got a 4-run rally started in the 5th inning, and then he was able to drive in 3 in the 10th inning to help the Cardinals beat the Houston Astros 7-5 and sweep the 3-game series with a great game yesterday.
Terrific game yesterday as Mason Wynn came through. So did Matthew Liberatore with the start. He went 6 solid innings, didn't get the win, but put the Cardinals in a position to win, and the Cardinals were able to get that big 3-run double in the 10th inning and then close it out. Gordon Graceffo picked up his second big league save.
Mike Burrows, their starting pitcher, retired the first 14 batters, striking out 7, but once Wynn got a base hit to break up the no-no, he fell apart.
Yeah, he was not as good out of the stretch as he was out of the windup.
The Cardinals move on to Miami, playing the Marlins tonight in South Florida on the air at 4:45. Michael McGreevy goes for his second win. Ricky will have the lineups at 5:30 Central.
Is your home showing symptoms of foundation issues? Your home's wet basement, dingy crawl space, musty smells, cracked walls, or unlevel concrete shouldn't be ignored. Helitech can help. Life happens in your home. You and your family deserve the best. Helitech offers proven solutions in waterproofing, drainage, concrete leveling, and foundation repair services. Contact us for a free inspection at helitechonline.com.
When the water's high, we'll keep your basement dry. Heal your home with Helitech.
Cubs beat the Mets in 10 innings, 2-1. Now they'll come up against the Philadelphia Phillies using Colin Ray on the mound. That's a 6:40 start over on US 105.9. Also had Chicago White Sox beating the Oakland Athletics. That final was 7-4.
Weather brought to you by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for your busy office. If you want a free evaluation, just call them, 217-352-0428. Here's Greg.
For the weather today, frost and freeze noted early on this morning, the high about Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign or Bennevis Saturday. Not too shabby a spell of weather ahead this week. We'll move into a bit of a wetter weather pattern the end part of the week and into the weekend with a cool down and temperatures slated for next week with more rain in the forecast as well. Otherwise, and apart from the sprinkles and snowflakes over parts of the Midwest, a sunny, cool day's worth of weather today. Frost and freeze noted early on this morning. The high about 58 with a light northeast to east wind becoming east to southeast. A few clouds move in for tonight. That'll keep temperatures up to 44. Tomorrow, breezy, much warmer in the afternoon with increasing clouds later in the day. Highs to about 76 on a southeast wind, 12 to 22. Maybe a stray shower or thunder shower tomorrow night, low down to 57. Partly sunny, mild for the day on Wednesday at 78 on a southwest to south wind. And maybe a shower in spots here later in the day Thursday. A couple of showers and thunderstorms for Friday and a spot of rain that will linger into Saturday and Sunday as well with a cool down. 81 on Thursday though, 76 on Friday, lower 70s on Saturday, back into the 60s for Sunday and Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Lorcious Greg Soldier.
Within the cities we call home, Busey Bank is more than a name. It's a commitment to your dreams. With Busey, trusted guidance is tailored to empower you every step of the way. Whether it's seamlessly managing your finances or planning for your future, Busey is dedicated to your financial success. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
We have Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with eXp Realty with us. And Nate, the biggest shifts you're seeing in real estate so far this year are...
Diane, these are great questions. We've been getting these lately. 2026 is not 2025. I think we're walking into a market that a lot of agents haven't ever navigated before. We've had to pivot and start giving different advice to our sellers and even our buyers. But the market is quickly changing. It's softened up a little bit, and it's doing it fast. So I think if we're not predicting what's going to be happening in a few months from now, we're probably not delivering on what the consumer's really needing. If we're pricing and acting in yesterday's market, we're way behind already, and it's going to end up costing the consumer a lot of money.
Well, I know if people want to explore their options with you and your team and eXp Realty, you really can get the process going as you visit the website, nateevansgroup.com, and start packing.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circus Sports. From baseball to basketball, hockey to golf, Circus Sports has it all. Circus Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. Player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, and best of all, no bet fees. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circus Sports has you covered. Download the Circus Sports app or visit circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah, I thought the whole Ameren thing kind of went up too. If anybody want to talk up bills, you can always text in because the water bill was shocking to me, and there must be a leak, but I don't know how you find out.
And has it been inside the last few months, or is it just
water's been up
sudden
for the last year?
Okay,
6 months to a year. I've noticed definitely a hike, like not 5%, like 30%, 40%.
Right.
I don't know what happened to our water, and then heat and electricity. I got hit by Ameren pretty hard, but lately better. So I don't know what happened there. It just depends how much it runs and how many of us know when it runs. You just put it at a temperature, and we don't keep it exceedingly warm or hot. Layer up.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff.
That's right.
Anyway, 217-359-2255. We had one texter said my water bill was $50, now it's $100.
Uh-huh.
And then you're saying what's your usage? You could always break it down. It's all there.
Right.
If you want to look at little graphs and stuff. And but yeah, I got a letter from
this listener says 4,000 gallons a month.
Okay, 4,000. I don't know what a gallon costs.
Right.
It's all there. You just have to break it down, how many pennies you're spending, how long your showers are, and how much you do your laundry and wash dishes and dishwasher. I mean, all uses stuff. But it's, we've noticed a few things. But, I've never been in a water leak situation, so I have to figure that out. 217-359-2255. You'll take note of this story, Diane, out of Long Beach, California, where they do this magnificent fireworks show. And the people in power in Long Beach have canceled it for environmental concerns.
I see.
It's over the water. The guy on there who's 78 who funds it for the most part, it's like a $200,000-$300,000.
Yep.
The city doesn't pay a dime.
Okay.
It's all private.
Right.
Funded.
Probably about a 20-minute show.
I think it's longer than that for that kind of
Okay.
money. Yeah, it's a 45-minute, I would think.
I think people start to tire after half hour or so.
I don't know. I thought Champagne's was at least a half hour, isn't it?
And that's a way you can save some money, too.
Well, anyway,
You do
so
25 minutes.
you have the environmental police saying, no, it's bad. They said, wait a minute, every year we do a study on the water, nothing. Every year we do a study on the ground, nothing.
Yep.
There's no harm to anything.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they've canceled this. The governor's office, Gavin Newsom, said, I had nothing to do with this. We'll look into it. But the Long Beach, California, this incredible, in the 250th year, there's no fireworks.
Yeah.
Just another one of those why kind of things.
Right.
Particularly if you have all the studies you do yearly.
So is it the residue that once the firework casing breaks,
Maybe
that it falls into the water? Is that what they're concerned
about? The air. Nothing's falling. They've checked the water. The water's fine. Every year they do these studies.
Or is it the loud booms then?
It can be whatever it wants to be.
Well, that's the thing about drones, and Tolono Fun Day is doing a drone show on June 26th.
They said in Long Beach they couldn't afford a drone show.
Drone shows are expensive.
Well, why would you want
15 minutes for $20,000?
Have we really gotten to the point where you can't use fireworks? And is it really going to matter if China does and India does and every other country in the world does? Really? Okay.
Right.
The difference is the people that are, I think, a little bit far to one side or another, they're getting in power, particularly on the left. And so now that's where you get, the crazy policies when you can vote in Minnesota to not tell the parents a child wants to change sex. You got crazy people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're 8 years old, and you don't have to tell the parents that the child wants to do this. You have to let them be who they are. It absolutely is they're out of their mind. Easily and bluntly said.
I've been thinking a little more about that. The outlandish stories that we think aren't normal, quote unquote. They get more clicks. They generate more interest.
But is it true?
Right.
Is it really true? And I would challenge anybody to fact check me.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Does it happen much? I don't know. It better not.
But because it's kind of popular and people might be talking about it, doesn't mean it's something that's liked and wanted. But I feel like maybe some of these outlandish stories that get all this clickbait or whatever, that you think, oh, it's popular. This is something people are interested in.
Well, it's all part of the persuasion or in your face, however you want to term it. You don't really get to discuss it anymore because you get shouted down if you have an objection, so nobody wants to say anything.
I'd rather just pass than have conflict.
But please, I believe it to be true that there are policies that allow that, and not just Minnesota. There are other parts of the country that do the same thing because you're just being unfair, and we need to take the child from you. What? Minnesota, Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
They're able to come and take the child services. And again, fact check it. Because it's just becoming more socialism. I mean, Barack Obama's hanging out with Mondami. So he's full on socialist and maybe communist. The whole thing is free child care for everybody. Okay, that sounds good. Who's paying? Oh, higher taxes. I see. Okay.
Jake had texted in, something happened in Mahomet. They, quote unquote, said fireworks were disturbing the wildlife.
Wait. How would you survey that? Excuse me, Mr. Raccoon. Mr. Possum, could I have a minute?
I mean, I'm sure, but
I'll tell you what,
I
don't like it. You want to ban fireworks? Go right ahead. My dogs don't like it. But is that what you ought to do? Is it really what? If I go in front of the councils and everybody else says, my dogs crawl under the couch,
right.
They shake during the whole thing. Well, I know it's 10 miles away. They shake.
Well, and it might be coming on the weekend before or during the 4th of July. Is there a way to start to play some, classic rock music or something else to kind of drown it out in your home
Whatever
atmosphere?
You do, the point is I shouldn't wag the dog. Okay? I'm sorry about that. Compensate. Figure it out. Right. We're never going to be 100%. Yeah, I think you do. You have to figure stuff out. But the fact is that it affects the wildlife. I want to see how they know that. Oh, they get a deer in a room, they boom, boom, and they shake. Oh, affects the wildlife. How many decibels and how can you gauge that? Listen, I don't know. I just know we've been doing it for 4,000 years. So, the Chinese invent that 3,000 years ago. Anyway, off and running, 217-359-2255.
Here we go with our morning therapy.
It's the Fisher National Bank text line, and you're welcome on it. We will check your news, come right back. I got some other stories here we have to touch. Do not go away. It is ESPN 93.5, and it is Monday.
Yes, the 20th.
Yeah, okay. Farmer Takes a Wife. Has anybody ever seen that show?
I have.
Uh-huh.
And there's a guy from St. Joe that's one of the candidates for that.
And that's where a dude just wants to get a wife, but he's a farmer and plants and does all the farming things.
I guess so.
Okay, have not seen it. You know, reality TV is such a genius idea because you don't have to pay the talent. They just get to be on the TV.
Off the cuff. Don't need a script.
Nope. And they love that because they can make a ton of money. 7:30. Be right back.
Fox News. I'm CJ Pop. The top U.S. officials heading in Pakistan for a second round of peace talks.
Don't necessarily have a time and day yet for these talks. State media associated with the Iranian regime claims Iran may not send a delegation here to Islamabad as long as that U.S. blockade remains in the Strait of Hormuz. But Iran's reluctance to publicly confirm could just be posturing or doing their own public relations.
Fox's Matt Finn, Islamabad, Pakistan. U.S. Marines repelling from a military helicopter grabbing control of Iranian cargo ship.
President Trump announced the seizure on Truth Social overnight, saying, quote, the Iranian crew refused to listen, so our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Right now, U.S. Marines have custody of the vessel.
That is Fox's Trey Inks in Tel Aviv. The U.S. blockade and Iranian ports remain in effect. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign police investigating a shots fired call. They were fired Wednesday night on Colleen Drive. Shell casings and property damage to buildings and cars were discovered. The good news, no injuries to report. Rantoul police searching for a missing woman. Tanyaya Jenkins last seen April 8th when she left her home on foot in southeast Rantoul. 31-year-old described as a black woman, black hair, who was 5'2" and weighs 100 pounds. Anyone with information, you're urged to contact Rantoul police in this case. After more than 50 years, Paxton Community Nursery School will close when the school year ends. Leaders say enrollment began falling a decade ago as more preschool options opened nearby, and the number never rebounded. What was once a full program with 60 students and a long wait list has dwindled to the point where the school can't overcome its current budget deficits. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, we check your weather. Brought to you this morning by Busey for over 158 years, member FDIC. And by Hometown Grounds. This is a coffee place in Tuscola if you're in that region. Great place to go in with Mad Goat Coffee and places for the kids to play, and you could have a talk with your girlfriend or your best buddy, whatever. ESPN 93.5. All right, meteorologist Greg Solier, what you got?
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday. Not too shabby a spell of weather ahead this week. We'll move into a bit of a wetter weather pattern the end part of the week and into the weekend with a cool down and temperatures slated for next week with more rain in the forecast as well. Otherwise, and apart from the sprinkles and snowflakes over parts of the Midwest, a sunny, cool day's worth of weather today. Frost and freeze noted early on this morning. The high about 58 with a light northeast to east wind becoming east to southeast. A few clouds move in for tonight. That'll keep temperatures up to 44. Tomorrow, breezy, much warmer in the afternoon with increasing clouds later in the day. Highs to about 76 on a southeast wind, 12 to 22. Maybe a stray shower or thunder shower tomorrow night, low down to 57. Partly sunny, mild for the day on Wednesday at 78 on a southwest to south wind. And maybe a shower in spots here later in the day Thursday. A couple of showers and thunderstorms for Friday and a spot of rain that will linger into Saturday and Sunday as well with a cool down. 81 on Thursday though, 76 on Friday, lower 70s on Saturday, back into the 60s for Sunday and Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Lord.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Right in Champaign. When disaster strikes your home or business, you have choices for emergency restoration services in Champaign County, and we're honored every time you choose us. At Clean Right, you're not calling a big national chain, you're calling a family-owned and operated company with deep roots right here in the community. We treat every customer like a neighbor, because chances are you are. Whether it's water damage, fire, storms, or unexpected emergencies, our certified and experienced technicians are ready with a 24/7 rapid response. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Our goal is simple: to return your home or business to safe, clean, like-new condition as quickly and painlessly as possible. Learn more or request services anytime at cleanright.net. CleanRight, restoring properties and peace of mind across Champaign County.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
All right, ESPN 93.5, 735. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
What a nice morning.
Yeah, it really is. Temperature is like 30. I'm showing 37.
Okay.
Up 5 degrees.
Popping up.
59 for the high today, and pretty much pretty dang nice here, I see. Checking the marathon, even though most of the people are going to be running Thursday night with the 5K. Yeah, it's 67, 69, chance of rain on and off. That's what Greg says for part of the week.
I think Thursday is the mile. Friday is the 5K. I need to check all this, but Saturday is the half marathon and marathon event, wheelchair. I think there's 5 running events in all.
Yeah, it's
IllinoisMarathon.com for more details.
Really, really cool week and really cool to have and really hard. But just do me a favor on Saturday, check the map. Don't be mad when you get stuck.
Right, when you're running around town.
I think you need to be aware of stuff happening in the community, and maybe once or twice a year you have to think about the bike race or whatever it is.
That's right.
And it's okay, man. A lot of people come in town, spend some money. It's all good.
Ebert Fest was great.
Yeah.
I tapped into that over the weekend. Saw a couple of movies on my birthday evening, Friday night.
Good. You had a good birthday?
It was so fun, Stevie.
Good.
And my little Hudson is 4 months, and he's just looking and smiling and holding his head up, and we just had the best time.
So fun.
The grandparenting thing is awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's just trying to figure out and dissect why. I guess it's you're not full responsibility and more the enjoyment than the meat and potatoes part of it, of really handling the minute by minute.
That's right.
And I'm observing things in children at a baby at that stage more than I ever did, because it's more of a, okay, what am I doing now versus, oh, look, they're doing. You notice that, but not as much as a grandparent does.
Right.
You really see the difference in a week. You see a difference in how much they're doing that they weren't doing a week ago. And if you're like, your eyes are so close to the situation, you might not notice. You're just working on there's a diaper change, if we do that and all that. But it's a blessing. It is unbelievable that you get to have grandkids if you're blessed to do that.
If he was in our studio, he'd totally be gazing and looking at this fan on the ceiling, and he'd just be so into, like, these big things that are on the ceiling. He'll fixate on that and just stare for a long time.
Well, our grandkids so far stare at a screen. And that's why they're both not allowed.
I see.
There's no if you do FaceTime, it's like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And that's it. It's interesting because our kids' ages have kind of gone through the time when they had a phone pretty early. And it's mostly just the little thingy that can call mom and dad. And if you're in junior high, you could call them. We never had it in elementary, but junior high gets a little hairy. So you want to have a phone, call mom and dad if you need to.
Yeah.
But it wasn't social media.
Yeah.
Didn't have all that. It just has evolved to the point where I believe it's a bad thing, particularly for kids, for sure. And we're all guilty. I mean, I would say, it's kind of not a serious, like not an addiction like drugs or alcohol or gambling, but it's an addiction.
Yeah.
We can't really go without it.
Well,
and you can say I got too much work stuff on it, and that might be true. But the fact of the matter is, go without your phone, see how you feel. And sometimes, and I actually have done this for a few hours, and it's very liberating.
Yes, it is.
It's very nice, but then again, somebody might try your kids. You want to be there in case 24/7 they need something. So there is all of that.
So if you have any comments, 359-2255. I was visiting with some teachers recently talking about the attention span of kids and how they're under pressure to kind of take it up a notch when it comes to, I don't want to say entertaining the kids to get the education in, but the attention spans are just shorter because of the screens and the quick hits that they get and the dopamine then that's going through their brain, and they feel good about everything they're seeing on the screen versus learning and reading and the old-fashioned, reading, writing, arithmetic. Even cursive is going out, right?
How about the old-fashioned? Let's go out and play.
Right.
What about, when was the last time anybody in Champaign County organized a 12-year-old softball game? No.
Right.
Because they're probably, I tell you, they're in club something. You go into the traveling baseball, traveling volleyball, traveling soccer, traveling whatever.
Yep.
You're into that when you're 9 or 10.
So it could be that the kids are either real good or real bad. And so on the sports thing.
Well, you're spending a lot of money, and I've done it on weekends in hotels. And there's a lot of, you're gone all weekend. And it was golf for us. And I like that because I knew my child was going to play. If you travel to Milwaukee and your child plays part of the time in the baseball team, okay. I mean, but you just want to at least play.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got a lot of things going on, but I think that the old time days of going down to Grandy Park and playing softball every day with your buddies, it's Sandlot kind of.
And I just drove by a park in my neighborhood yesterday, and there was probably a dozen people, and maybe 10 of them were looking at a screen.
Yeah.
I mean, the dad was pushing his daughter in the swing and looking at his screen while he was pushing back.
I don't know how we survived. Remember the thing that always got kinkled up with the long cord because you didn't want anybody to hear your phone call, so you went into the other room with the long cord, and then that needed to be dissected because it got bunched up together. And
That's right.
The old days of the wall phone. I don't know how we did. Is so-and-so there? What?
I know.
And the days when
or you could pick up the line
somebody
in the other room and
rang
listen
the
in on your
doorbell
sister
and
in high school.
Everybody ran to the door when there was company. Now we hide under the couch.
I know.
Because if you're unannounced,
who's got company?
Nobody sees anybody. It's very possible to have play dates and never see the other parent. Ever. You're texting. There's no conversation. I truly think, and I think I've been right about darn near everything with the phone, about how bad it was 6 years ago. I said, this is bad. You can't allow that in school. Now people are finally, why are they not catching up to what I'm saying?
There you go, Steve.
Anyway, there's just got to be, we're going to be, instead of the old fashioned, I'm going to take piano lessons, I want to take speaking lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's silly. No! Check a 17-year-old and see what's in their left hand. Maybe their right hand, but probably their left. Because you're right-handed, most of you, and you can tap and use. It's just we're not comfortable. How many in our life today would way rather text you than ever speak?
Yeah.
How many long phone conversations does a kid have? None. Maybe 2 minutes. See you there. Yeah, text me. Okay. There's no conversation.
Well,
that's terribly, terribly destructive from the standpoint of your future. You have to be able to look somebody in the eye and really look them and read what's called body language. Read the room.
Yeah.
They're just oblivious. I'm sorry.
Well, and it translates into sales and things like that too. I want to go visit clients, but I feel like I need to line something up because otherwise they're like, oh, did we have something today? If I just walk in.
Here's how you have a very successful sales team. I don't care where you are, who you are, what you do, what you sell. Be human. Let them see your eyes that you empathize with the fact you're having a hard week or month or year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a communication thing. God never wanted us to be isolated. And boy, we self-isolate after COVID.
Yeah.
We don't want to see anybody. We don't want to go out. We don't want to mingle. They put a mask on. We got that still.
I know it.
We have been
repercussions of that chapter of life.
Anyway, speaking lessons, mark my words, there'll be people that teach kids how to comfortably talk in a setting. And I've seen this last 10 years. It's been 10 years I saw somebody on the Centennial stage walking like they didn't know what direction to go, even though the person giving them award was ahead. They were kind of looking around, nothing in their hand. They didn't know what to do. It's just what we did. We did it. We did it.
Yes.
We accepted it. We handed them phones. We allowed them to do it because we're doing it.
Chime in, 359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. You can always get our show on YouTube at Stevie Jay Show. And your Stevie Jay FM on X that also has the show.
Still streaming. All right, sports headlines.
St. Louis Cardinals beat Houston 7-5 in 10 innings. Michael McGreevy on the mound as we take on Miami with a 5:40 start here on US 105 or ESPN 93.5. US 105.9 is your home for the Chicago Cubs. In 10 innings, they beat the New York Mets yesterday afternoon. Now Colin Ray to take the mound as we have a series starting up against the Philadelphia Phillies. at 6:40. Chicago White Sox beat the Athletics 7-4. Tough round against number 19 Oregon yesterday, as Oregon beat us 11-5. But I think there was at least one that we won, and one in a walk-off style.
Oregon's ranked 19th.
19,
Very
I know.
good, yeah, good team. So.
And Illinois softball and Maryland beating them 8-1 yesterday. Now they'll gear up for a series against Indiana State. Illinois basketball, we talked about the announcements that were coming in over the weekend and started it off with Friday and Andre Stojakovic, but Brandon Lee is entering the portal, as you had mentioned. We have Stanley Cup playoffs going on, NBA playoffs going on, and, you always comment, Stevie, just, wake me up when it gets interesting or in the finals. These series are one game in.
Somebody beat Phoenix by 35. Why is Phoenix in the playoffs? I mean, again, they've stretched it too far.
Oklahoma City 119, Phoenix Suns 84.
Yeah, what is that?
Wow.
You just shouldn't be in the playoffs. You're not competitive.
I know I have Illinois golf close this regular season, but I don't know how they did. I think they're back in action with tournament postseason play starting in May.
That's kind of what we watch. Illinois has been good for so long. It's kind of an expectation. We'll make the NCAA and all those good things. We have such an amazing program with Mike Small.
Right.
By the way, will there be a baseball strike next year?
Oh.
I think most people believe there will be until yesterday. The San Diego Padres sold. They were valued at $1.9 billion. The Padres were valued at $1.9 billion and sold for $4 billion.
Whoa.
In 2020, the Mets sold for $2.4 billion. So the 30th they're 30th in market size in San Diego. So they always say, well, the small market teams can't compete. Yes, they can. You just proved it. So now the old, I'm not making enough. I don't have the money. We got to have a cap. That's going to change. It has to. The other owners are thrilled because the price of poker just went up.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to say it. Now, again, I've told this story too many times. 1984, the Cleveland Indians were for sale for $35 million. They're worth $2 billion. My timing was beautiful. My money was zero.
Anyway,
it was just unbelievable. You could have bought at that time. When I failed miserably in a week of trying to buy the Cleveland Indians, the Pacers were for $10 million.
Oh, really?
That was $10 million short. Otherwise, it was perfect. Anyway, the value of these sports franchises. So whatever the Cubs are doing, the Cubs should spend billions to build their team. They should win like the Dodgers. Why wouldn't you? Well, the Ricketts don't. Well, they've got the money. They can get the money.
Right.
The Cubs would sell for what? If the Padres, not a powerhouse, have been good in the past. They've made 4 of the last 6 playoffs, which is a franchise record. Cubs should be there, and then the Cubs are iconic. That'd be $5 or $6 billion somebody would pay for the Cubs. Now that we're talking those kind of numbers, anyway, it might prevent, it might stop the what I think 80% think will happen is there won't be baseball next year, at least to start.
Wow.
So it's just one of those, now what's the excuse? The owners, they're all billionaires. Pittsburgh Pirates could compete, and they're playing well this year, but they could spend big money. They have the money. Your billions and billions of wealth. Get the money. Well, we're a small market. We can't draw. If you win, they'll come. Cardinals found that out for 20 straight years.
Yep.
And now it's like, where do you want to sit?
Let's drop down.
Padres spent $200 million a year for a while, and that's way up there. And the owner thought, and the owner has since passed away. The owner said, well, if we win, they're going to come. And boom, they got the 3rd largest number of people. Cardinals used to be there, and they're not going to be there till they show they can win consistently and have some stars people want to pay for. And by the way, Jordan Walker, he's off to a wonderful start. Kid that came in our caravan, big, tall kid, really struggled for a number of years, which is not unusual. Yeah, I think he's one of the leaders in baseball with home runs. He's hitting over 300.
Awesome.
So it's really, really good for Jordan Walker. I mean, I don't know who in the lineup, in the Cardinals lineup right now, has not been to Champaign. I think most of them, Mason Wynn, Jordan Walker. You can go up and down the line.
Pages.
Paul Hayes, Pozo, they're just guys that are there.
Pozo really came through the other day, too.
Won the game.
So it's kind of cool. We have that Cardinal Caravan right around Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, Friday going into that. Brandon Dang, by the way, Pommel Horse, won that in that NCAA tournament that we hosted over the weekend, and Illinois ended up 5th.
Oh,
so
good.
it's pretty good in gymnastics.
Yeah, right.
Congratulations to our teams.
All right, and golf, it was Matt Fitzpatrick who won. He's the first foreign guy to ever win the tournament in South Carolina. I think it's Myrtle Beach. And no foreign person has ever won 2 of those, so he did it. And he beat Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler gets second again by 1 shot. They had to go to 1 extra hole. But the wind was whipping up. It was something else. Scheffler is so good. He was down 3 shots with 4 to play, and they tied, and they went to 1 hole, and Matthew Fitzpatrick made an amazing shot. Okay, 10 till. Check your weather next. When the storm rolls in, where will you go? Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your family with a custom storm shelter from Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services. At Berg Tanks, their shelters are fiberglass and plate steel safe rooms that can be installed in your garage or exterior, in ground, or on a concrete pad. Built to withstand the toughest storms, giving you a safe, secure place when you need it most. Whether you need a compact unit for a small space or a larger shelter for the whole family, they've got you covered. Their expert team handles everything from excavation to installation so you can have peace of mind before the next storm strikes. Berg Septic also specializes in septic pumping, new system installation, grease trap cleanings, repairs, and maintenance plans to keep your home running smoothly. Call Berg Septic and Storm Shelter Services today at 217-367-8632 or visit them online at bergtanksinc.com. That's bergtanksinc.com. All right, we check your weather brought to you by Carl.
Or the Urbana Park District.
Whatever you think we should do now.
Pool passes are on sale in April for the family, individuals, great rates for military. Learn more as you buy your pool passes in April at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Not too shabby a spell of weather ahead this week. We'll move into a bit of a wetter weather pattern the end part of the week and into the weekend with a cool down and temperatures slated for next week with more rain in the forecast as well. Otherwise, and apart from the sprinkles and snowflakes over parts of the Midwest, a sunny, cool day's worth of weather today. Frost and freeze noted early on this morning. The high about 58 with a light northeast to east wind becoming east to southeast. A few clouds move in for tonight. That'll keep temperatures up to 44. Tomorrow, breezy, much warmer in the afternoon with increasing clouds later in the day. Highs to about 76 on a southeast wind 12 to 22. Maybe a stray shower or thunder shower tomorrow night. Low down to 57. Partly sunny, mild for the day on Wednesday at 78 on a southwest to south wind. And maybe a shower in spots here later in the day Thursday. A couple of showers and thunderstorms for Friday and a spot of rain that will linger into Saturday and Sunday as well with a cool down. 81 on Thursday though. 76 on Friday. Lower 70s on Saturday. Back into the 60s for Sunday and Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hey, we're looking for a couple of really professional drivers that know the ropes and would like to get a home where they're treated with respect, getting home every weekend, making a good wage, and doing the right things safely. Yeah.
Awesome. 2 people. All right. And how would they connect with you for that?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com or 765-793-7131 extension 4, or even my cell phone right now, 765-505-1295.
And then for dedicated diesel off Route 45 on Triumph Drive, as you're driving toward Rantobi on the left-hand side, you'll find dedicated diesel. What do you offer there?
Hey, we've got a couple of good mechanics in, trailer mechanic and a tractor mechanic right now. We're doing DOT annual inspections, trailer repair, truck repair, just whatever you need, we can take care of.
Wow, that's really nice to know because, we have to drive into some other cities. Not convenient. You can't get all that done here in Urbana at dedicated diesel.
It's head coach Tyra Perry with Fighting Illini Softball. Join us at Eichelberger Field this season for exciting softball and great promotions. Enjoy our season-long concession deals. We have Triple Play Tuesday with a pretzel, candy, and drink for only $10. We have $7 Walking Taco Wednesdays and Family Friday with 4 hot dogs, 4 boxes of popcorn, and 4 drinks for $40. For more information about our game-specific promotions, visit fightingillini.com/promotions.
Looking for a great place to relax, grab a bite, and have some fun? Head to the Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. This well-furnished hometown tavern has something for everyone. Enjoy great food, a full bar, and a welcoming family-friendly atmosphere. Step outside to the outdoor patio, challenge your friends on the golf simulator, or check out the full game room. Whether you're stopping in with the kids for dinner or meeting friends for a drink and some gaming machines, Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill is the place to be. Ambroise Sports Bar and Grill in Villa Grove. Good food, good fun, and good times waiting for you.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Yeah, okay, so things change quickly on the Straits of Hormuz and Iran. And I mean, if you've lost your top 80 leaders, you know there's got to be a mess on the ground. Somebody says something, I'm in charge, and somebody else says, no, you're not. The other guy says, yes, he is. That's got to be going on because whoever Donald Trump is talking to sounds like more of a moderate. But apparently the weekend went to the extremists because they essentially shut down the Straits of Hormuz after such positive potential. And they took an Iranian ship and they boarded it and they wouldn't stop, so they blew out their engine room. How do you, from that far away, take your aircraft carrier and shoot the engine room? I'm amazed at the precision. Usually just blow up the ship. No, try and be precise. So they hit the engine room. They're done. They can't do anything.
Okay.
So we've taken that, and they're yelling about that, and we're negotiating, trying to get this thing solved or resolved. But if the same regime stays, all we've done is whack-a-mole, which is the term I'm using because I don't know what else to call it, where they pop up in 8 years, you got to blow something up. And you just got to keep them because obviously they've proven the last 47 years they've killed hundreds of thousands in 47 years. Mm-hmm. They're the bully of the Middle East. Nobody likes them, and they don't like the way they're living and the way they're ruling. When they hang people in the public square, they hang one of their best wrestlers because he dared speak out. 35 to 42,000 is the number I'm hearing is how many people they just shot.
Yes.
And so that's what you're working with. So was it good that Donald Trump? Yes. Do we know what's going to happen? No. We're trying to get it to a point of complete collapse and somebody takes over, but I don't know how you do it without a gun. I don't know how you have a resistance without any weapons and they have all the stuff. But it's going to take an act of God to figure this out, which is what we need about for everything. So anyway, again, it's uncertain. We're supposed to negotiate back in Pakistan. Could they not meet in Paris? I mean, how far is Pakistan? I mean, it's a long dang way, but the Pakistani prime minister is trying to organize everything, and you're talking to him saying, all right, here's the deal. You can't have nuclear. You can't enrich uranium. We want to take the dust. You just got to, that's what we're doing. And they're negotiating. You're saying, well, why are they negotiating? How? We dominated. It's over. They have no essential way to stop any airplanes I have. So anyway, we've eliminated a really bad actor from the standpoint of Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah. I mean, is it possible Lebanon can get out of what they're in for the last 50 years? Unbelievable. There's actually a ceasefire that's kind of. You always say kind of because there's somebody going to mess something up. Mm-hmm. Kind of holding, though. This will be a 10-day ceasefire. Okay, so there's just stuff, and now the market's not sure anymore because Friday they loved everything and it was going well, and now it's not, and it's tough. You opened a can of worms, but again, if you stop this horrific regime that 47 years, at least 1,000 or 2,000 soldiers, how many legs have disappeared and arms because of their bombs on the roadside? This is all Tehran. It's all Iran. So it's ultimately fantastic that this person isn't, that the leadership isn't there. I mean, what's next is always is it going to be worse? We don't know. All right, back after this, 217-359-2255. You want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line, you're always welcome to do that. 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Will Iran show up? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is the big question. As U.S. negotiators head to Pakistan after President Trump posted on Truth Social, no more Mr. Nice Guy. If Iran does not agree to a deal, the bombing will resume, knocking out every single power plant and bridge. Fox's Matt Finn's in Islamabad.
Security is tightening on the ground here, a so-called red zone forming around a perimeter of the area where the second round of peace talks are expected to happen. But to your point, we don't necessarily have a time and day yet for these talks. State media associated with the Iranian regime claims Iran may not send a delegation here to Islamabad as long as that U.S. blockade remains in the Strait of Hormuz.
That is after the U.S. intercepted a ship, the first one in this blockade of Iranian ports. Iran calls it armed piracy, vowing to retaliate.
CENTCOM announced that U.S. forces seized an Iranian-flagged cargo ship in the Gulf of Oman after it tried to breach the naval blockade. President Trump announced the seizure on Truth Social, saying, quote, the Iranian crew refused to listen, so our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Right now, U.S. Marines have custody of the vessel.
That's Fox's Trey Yingst in Tel Aviv. A mother is in critical condition in Shreveport, Louisiana, the morning after she was shot, along with her 8 children who all died. The gunman was the father of all but one of them. Police killed him after a car chase. Another woman was also critically wounded. And while we await an update from police on that, a disaster in Pennsylvania has left more kids dead.
Pennsylvania State Police say they responded to reports of a house fire Sunday night in Lamar Township, Clinton County, where 7 people were trapped inside. The house was fully engulfed when firefighters arrived, and everyone inside was killed. 34-year-old Sarah Stolzfus and her 6 children, ranging in age from 3 to 11.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal in northern Japan. That's a tsunami warning siren after a powerful earthquake off the coast, but no big waves came ashore. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. Ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I'd been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
The continued conflict with Iran affecting shipping in the Strait of Hormuz has oil prices rising back up this morning, 5%, WTI back to $88 a barrel. On Wall Street, stocks may drop at the opening bell. Dow futures down about 200 points. While the U.S. military keeps up that blockade on Iranian ports in that strait, the Navy's gone on the attack again off the South American coast.
Another drug boat strike in the Caribbean Sea over the weekend, killing 3 narco terrorists. Southern Command writing, quote, intelligence confirmed the vessel was transiting along known narco trafficking routes in the Caribbean and was engaged in narco trafficking operations. The Trump administration has now destroyed over 54 vessels, taking out at least 180 suspected narco terrorists since last September as part of their crackdown on drug trafficking into the United States.
Fox's Carly Shimkus. The Boston Marathon is about to start. 26.2 miles away in Hopkinton, Massachusetts, with security in place 13 years after the deadly bombing near the finish line.
We're ready to run.
A visit to the finish line for these friends from Canada, one day before running the 130th Boston Marathon.
It's been a ride. It's been a rush to come to Boston every year.
It'll be an emotional run for Melissa Wu of New Hampshire, who's been trying to qualify for Boston for nearly 20 years.
My dad was a runner and kind of lost him in the last 2 years, and so this means a lot to be able to run this.
A true New Englander, Wu feels prepared, no matter how unpredictable April weather can be.
Christina McCarthy with Boston 25 TV. The wheelchair racers will start in about a minute. The elite men and elite women runners will start about a half hour after. An upset to start the NBA playoffs. The East's top team, the Detroit Pistons, lost their first round opening game, beaten by the Orlando Magic. The West's number 1 seed, defending champion Oklahoma City, routed Phoenix in game 1. Boston and San Antonio also won series openers. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Champaign County officials say rising call volumes in rural townships putting new pressure on volunteer EMS crews. The county board reviewed funding options to help departments replace aging equipment and maintain response times. No final decisions were made, but discussions will continue into the spring months. A pair of tornadoes touched down Friday in parts of northern Illinois, including near Lena, Roscoe, South Beloit, and Rockton. Stevenson County Sheriff's Office warning residents to avoid damaged areas with downed trees and power lines. IBM Illinois Discovery Accelerator Institute in Chicago expanding. IBM and the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign announced the renewal and the expansion of the institute. The Discovery Accelerator has delivered more than 230 research publications, advancing 20 active projects across AI, quantum computing, and other emerging fields. And that's a check of what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
8:06. Good morning. I'm Stevie J. There's Diane Ducey.
Hello.
Had a big birthday weekend and enjoyed all that entails.
Back at it again,
Yeah.
April 20th. I know. I feel like
11 days till May.
Earth Day is coming up on Wednesday then.
I think it's April 22. I think that's correct. Yeah. So Greg has been doing his outstanding work for a long time, and
Thank you. Yes, I have.
he knows how to.
Still plan and expect to be doing this for a long time further, just for the record.
Well, I mean, if you can
That's
still
all.
call the ball, man, if you can know what's going on,
Yeah.
why would you step away,
Yeah.
man? The
When I don't geek out over weather anymore, then you know what? Time to ride the bike off into the horizon. So
the how you determine it when you should do something and stop doing something are very simple. A, do you want to do it?
Right.
True. That's
B,
part. Yes.
Are you still capable of doing it?
That's part of the equation. Yes.
Yep, it sure is. But if you want, the key thing in your life is, do you control the clock? If you control the clock and you love what you do, you got it made.
That's kind of what I'm doing now, almost.
Okay.
You know?
Then,
Kinda.
yeah.
You know?
Well,
Still an earlier schedule and some schedule stuff to do, but you know, there's some flexibility built into it.
You know, you got to have that. But if you can control the clock and you're able to move around, still be very good at what you do, but there are just so many professions that you can't leave the emergency room.
No.
You can't leave the classroom.
Yeah.
And you can't run out.
Can't get out of the first responder vehicle.
No,
you know,
there's so many things that people they're just not a job that has flexibility. So it's if you can control the clock and you love what you do and you're good at it, then yeah, why not? I could just hear us now. Time for weather.
No.
Hi. Are you there?
Who was that player anyway? Remember back
I
in
can't
the day?
hear you.
What was
Speaking
that
to the
name?
microphone. I can't hear you.
No, Diane's the one directing the mic over there. That's the microphone over there. You know, don't be talking into the light switch now. So.
Yeah, that's probably the time to.
That's time to say, maybe you ought to just take a few days off.
That's
so
right.
think about it.
Our weather brought to you by Kurt Lenshaw. He's at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Kurt and State Farm are there. Our meteorologist, Greg Solia, now with the very latest of our upcoming, last full week of April, right?
Yeah. It's moving right along.
Nutty.
I do enjoy it, like you pointed out, the extended evening and the earlier sunup, the better in my world. So
No, I just love the light, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yep,
sir.
yep.
What say you?
A little nip out there. I see you're back into sweater and jacket and vest mode, and that's about the way to go. And don't put it away, even if this is the last full week of the month of April. I think we're going to need these jackets at times into May, and we're not done dealing with some of the frosty stuff as well. There is a transition back to wetter, but cooler at the same time. Two words that producers and farmers and ranchers and guys who do road production stuff don't want to hear at this point in the season. So try to get it done while you may, where you can, the best you can. And boy, with the areas of the state fraught with another round of severe weather on Friday, in particular up into the northern end of the state, outside of that Rockford area around Lena, fatalities and probably an EF2 or 3 that came on through there. National Weather Service checking that damage report out. But back here, temperatures coming up. Sun will be out. The breeze will be down. 58, not bad this time of the year. Should be 64, but again, a higher sun angle sure helps. We'll bottom out tonight in the 40s. Tomorrow turning breezy, much warmer, mostly sunny. Some increase in cloud cover late in the day in the high at 76. And cloud cover could spark a stray shower tomorrow night with a low down to 57 and a partly sunny, still mild, acceptable days worth of Wednesday highs of about 78. We'll top 80 on Thursday. Humidity climbs back and clouds come back in as well. And there may be a shower late in the day and some showers and thunderstorms on and off for the day Friday. Probably another half to 1 inch that we don't need. A Friday high at 76. Some rainy spells over the weekend at 72 Saturday, 69 on Sunday, middle 60s on Monday of next week. For CBD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldgay.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Appreciate it very much. It was a very busy Friday night. There were all kinds of alarms and sirens and everything else. And I actually went to the basement. I was home alone.
And it makes you think, in the middle of the night, what is the plan? And, of course, that's something you should negotiate with your family as far as where will you go and what will you do?
Well, a lot of people don't have basements. Mm-hmm. So I suppose you go inside to like a bathtub.
That's right.
Or you call Berg Tanks.
Okay.
And they come put a backhoe in your yard and then put something that's not deep at all, but it's underground.
Okay.
And then if it gets bad, you go into that puppy and you could dress that up anywhere you want, DirecTV, whatever you want.
Underground shelter.
It's an underground shelter, Berg Tanks, and not that expensive.
Okay.
Several $1,000s for the basic. Mm-hmm. But you'd have a place to go. And,
Okay.
Have your cell phone, everything. I mean, it's all down. You'd trick it out however you want. But, you got nothing. It's the old farmhouse. You go out on the side and you lift up that big thing. And
Annie M.
Yeah, you put this right by your house, and then you all of a sudden have something. Yeah. So it was definitely boom, boom, boom. And Jacob was playing in AAA Nashville, and he was coming up to the plate, and I reluctantly went to the basement because I had about 4 batters. And I came back up watching bad.
Okay, good.
It's going to be all right. But I think it got within a mile of my house of a sighted tornado.
I happened to be watching the movie Get Out at the Virginia Theater, and we were hearing all the alarms and people's text alerts and things like that going on and the bells and whistles. So they stopped the movie for a few minutes and made sure everybody was safe and updated everybody on the weather conditions. People from the balcony could come on down to the main level.
217 texter, I was just talking about Iran. The regime isn't going away. It's gotten stronger from being able to hold the Strait hostage. This is a total failure for the Trump administration. I would disagree.
That's one perspective.
But I don't think they've gotten stronger. I mean, they're a mess. Mm-hmm. They're talking big, but they have nothing. And again, we don't know, honestly. This turns into a massive world war, it was bad. But if this turns into Iran being changed and not shooting 42,000 of their citizens in the street because they disagreed, then it's a great thing.
Well,
getting rid of that,
keeping them from getting a nuclear weapon.
Well, you have to. Again, do you think Iran would use that regime that used to be? Would they use? Heck yeah, they'd wipe Israel out of the world. Israel would no longer take 2 bombs? Wouldn't take much for Israel. It's so small. The ramifications of a nuclear warhead is just crazy. It can go far. They can break windows 50 miles out, and then the people closer just disintegrated. So yes, Iran is a threat. If they ever got that, they were working on it. They were bound and determined. They still are, depending on which faction you talk to. The one that Trump apparently reached no, we agree with you. We want to get this. And the other side said, shut up.
Right.
So you've got a battle of who's taking control. They're not stronger. They're weaker to the point where we can do a, quote, deal. Yes, it's too bad that you kind of keep the same philosophy in there because they're going to try and rebuild it, and then we just got to watch them forever. That's what we have currently.
I just typed in, update me on the Iran situation. Tensions are high as Iran threatens retaliation for the U.S. seizure of the Iranian cargo ship near the Straits
What's
of
the
Hormuz.
retaliation? That's the point.
Which could threaten a fragile ceasefire.
What's the threat? We're just giving them a chance to get off ramp. They have firecrackers. They don't have they can't stop us from blowing up every power plant they have and every bridge. That'll hurt 90 million people because the other 5 million are absolutely on the whack-out list. But that's still a lot of people.
Potential peace talks are planned around Pakistan. Iran has shown reluctance to participate while the U.S. maintains the naval blockade.
I don't want them to get blown up. I don't want all their infrastructure to go because you're going to hurt a really large number of people that want nothing to do with this, but they don't have any choice. They're being held hostage themselves. The people of Iran, I would guess 90% plus, are really good people that don't want to blow up people. And then you got the people in charge for 47 years, and it's been a mess. So I'm thrilled that's gone, and I'm thrilled they're major thrilled to be gone. I'm thrilled that they can't finance number one financer of terror in the world. And you're not happy? How could you not be happy when Iranians all over America were dancing in the streets and they didn't get shot? Anyway, my thoughts. 217-359-2255. We jump to some sports headlines.
And it kind of depends on what you're consuming, Stevie, on what you're...
I consume New York Times. I consume the Wall Street Journal. I consume CNN. I check everybody.
Okay.
And it's dynamically different to what I like the best is Fox. Yes, but I'm not just one-sided. I'm looking at the whole thing. I just think that if you say, okay, close your eyes. Has Iran been good or bad for 47 years? They've been horrible. Worst country in the world, standpoint of just killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that good that they're gone? I think it is. What's the cost? We don't know that yet. We really don't. It's the book's not over. We got to write the last half here.
Okay. Freddie Tunnell secured his first victory as Fighting Illini Golf. Number 13 ranked Illinois posted a runner-up team finish to close out the regular season yesterday at the Hoosier Collegiate and Bow Course in Bloomington, Indiana. Victory is the second collegiate for Tunnell, who is competing as an individual in the event. So go Illini Golf. I know they'll be preparing for the next round, which will happen May 1st through the 3rd at Pumpkin Ridge Golf Course in Witches Hollow in North Plains, Oregon for the Big Ten Golf Championship. So Orange and Blue are searching for their 14th title in the last 17 league championships dating back to the 09 season and the 21st in program history. Mike Small is amazing.
He's amazing.
Illinois
hey,
baseball.
Good news.
Okay.
He can't retire.
Okay.
Yeah. I got Michael until he's 90. So
that's right.
I'm sure they're thrilled to hear that news.
Signing Mike Small.
Why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, guys, ridiculous of what he's done. I mean, look at his... Every year he finds the golfer, and then he gets them to be better. It's not that easy to do that. You got a lot of mental calisthenics going on in your brain when
you're right.
And by the way, the whole live thing I think is over.
Yes.
And I said this. They're not going to win golf tournaments. In golf, you can't win golf tournaments unless you need to win golf tournaments. These guys are wearing shorts starting on hole number 8. It's like a scramble. Mm-hmm. So they go out. I put an asterisk on Bryson DeChambeau. He's the live guy he's just wired differently. Other than that, how can you possibly crank it up when you have $175 million in the bank? You have to grind in golf. You have to want it so bad. I don't know. So the live golf guys got to go shorts and $200 million.
Uh-huh.
And so what are you going to get on the ground when you hit a bad shot? Who cares? I just think golf, part of golf is grinding and being in the middle of something that is horrible, where you think you can't even possibly play anymore and you need to quit. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you go up in 18 holes. That's just 18 holes of golf.
Yeah.
That's what happens to your mental. You go, what'd I do? Dumb. Anyway.
Thank you for that summary, Stevie.
Live Golf was wonderful for those who took advantage of it, but they're never going to win again.
This quick search says a wild week, an uncertain future.
Well, they'll all go back to PGA, and they're not going to win. They might in a few years get back into it, but they don't. They lost the why. They were never. They were rich, but they were never like that. They got generational wealth for their great grandkids, and beyond. So Justin Johnson, remember him? Dustin used to be really good at golf. He said, if you don't take the $100 million, there's something wrong with you. Well, okay, but you're not going to win at golf. Mm-hmm. Does that matter? Not really. It really doesn't matter. You think the hunger of Brian Campbell, former Illini, who did well in the Masters, somewhat greater. He's making a good living, but not like that. $200 million?
Right.
I get to wear shorts? Can I have a beer? Well, sure, you can do whatever you want. You're never going to win again.
Okay.
Okay, season for spring cleaning is here. Mm-hmm. Busey says, why don't you look at your other spring cleaning, like what's happening with your finances? There are 7 steps to cut back on financial clutter. Evaluate pay down debt if you're able. Review your budget, what you spend. Check your credit card report. It's very important when you need loans or mortgages. Sign up for e-statements and paperless billing. It's paper's yucky, but you also have to be pretty organized online as well. Consolidate accounts. You don't need accounts if you're really not needing them or using them. Download the Busey mobile app. Manage your finances whenever, wherever you are with Busey's mobile and online services. Get started on your spring cleaning today with the experts in innovative products and services at Busey. Visit Busey.com for more resources or stop by one of the many convenient locations today. Member FDIC. I do bounce around on different websites, see what they're saying.
Yeah.
And just to get their perspective. And you say, well, it depends on what you're consuming. I would propose that the far left only consume their one thing. They think Fox News is lying all the time. And again, I think the best hour on TV for news is Brett Baier 5 to 6. You can take a look at that hour and tell me where it's biased. They have a panel. There's always a Democrat on the panel. There's 3 of them. Brett Baier is straight down the line, as I've seen in news today, 5 to 6. And most everything else that Fox does, not everything, but a lot of it, their nighttime primetime, is opinionated. It's an editorial. It's not news, it's editorial. And so, yes, that will be, but same as Rachel Maddow. She's not news, she's editorial. And that's fine.
That's right.
As long as you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But to see and try and track everything, I think we all are struggling with what is true, right? I mean, was that a true story? I mean, is Trump really messed up the Middle East? Well, if you watch CNN and MS Now, yeah, he has. If you watch Fox News, there's a lot of positive. The thing is down. They're really decapitated. They lost all their leaders. It's just, that's why early on they said, well, the people need to take back. Well, how are the people going to take back the country? You think they don't want to? They said 42,000 people killed just at gunpoint. They were a little bit nervous about that killing thing. So you can't blame them for kind of being quiet, but believe me, their hope is running high, and they'd love a chance to have a normal place where you work with other countries and don't try and kill them all.
Right.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable, that doctrine. I remember in 2008, President of Iran saying Israel doesn't have a right to exist. And I just said, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the arbiter of who has a right to exist? That's when it got really verbose, and all of a sudden you're going, wait a minute, they really want to wipe them off the map, don't they? Oh, they want to kill us too, by the way. If that kind of regime is in charge of the world, what would happen? Well, if you're not their kind of Muslim, because it's not every Muslim, they think they're infidels if they don't believe what they believe.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck kind of logic is that? Anyway, it's I'm thrilled that most of that is gone. I'm sad if it's going to stay in some form, but I have no idea how you switch that out. We just can't do it. People have to do it, but how are they going to do it without a weapon? All right, 822.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Spring is here, and as the weather heats up, the sports action heats up at Circus Sports. From baseball to basketball, hockey to golf, Circus Sports has it all. Circus Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. Player-friendly pricing, enhanced in-game options, and best of all, no bet fees. Whether you're looking for playoff futures or props on your favorite players and more, Circus Sports has you covered. Download the Circus Sports app or visit circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What is most important to you in your life? This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients like you realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Here's what somebody recently said at Pards in Urbana. I was there just a few minutes, and somebody came up and asked if I needed help. And they were incredible, helped me find the size of boot I needed, and then I bought a second pair too. Everything was friendly, everything was excellent. Visit Pards in Urbana, 206 North Maple, between Main and University in Urbana. It's Pards Western Shop since 1968. Or go online and visit pards.com, pards.com. All right, 825. We're going to have some Stevers this week. We are going to be giving out $500 to Ashley Furniture. That's it. No minimum spend on this, at least for this month. And then we've got another vent cleaning opportunity where they come into your house at Clean Right and do your entire house. Our phones are broken, Jan. That's why. Now they're back. Jan Seeley was trying to call us, and I'm going, why isn't she calling? And we just had to... kick the thingamafloogie and get the little.
Right.
We have a Flintstone bird that runs around this cage.
Yes.
And man, oh man, get back to work. It's Jan Seeley. It's race week. It is on, man. It is on like Donkey Kong. Tell me how you're doing.
We're doing great. It's energy's high. We sold out of the 10K yesterday.
Wow.
And let me just tell you what we have left in the other events. We've got 40 spots left in the half marathon, 59 in the marathon, and only 320 in the 5K. So if you're somebody who's been sitting on their hands waiting until now to register, you need to get on your computer or your phone right now and go to IllinoisRaceWeekend.com and click that register button.
How can you? You have to. I know there's limits, but I've never thought a race could sell out. Just get to the back of the line and run. Right?
So what is the number on how many runners?
You really don't want people running without numbers, without registering, without being insured, all those things.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Please don't get that message out there.
So the total participants, how many?
Well, we set a cap for each event, Diane. So, like in the marathon, it's 1,350. For the 10K, it was 800. And you'll love this. I let myself go 4 over because I know I have 4 really good friends who are doing it. And if I tell them, don't take a medal, they won't. But just so you know, I have 1,600 medals for the 10K, and I've let in 1,804 people. So I need people not to show up. I'm kind of... we look at the no-shows, a percentage from past years, and that allows us to, you don't want to have a medal for every single person who's registered, or you're going to be wasting thousands and thousands
because they don't come. So how many?
They don't come.
What kind of? You know everything about this, Jan Seeley. So what is the 10%? May not show. What's the number?
I tend to allow myself 10%, but the show rate for the 10K is actually the highest. It's like 92%. But the 5K last year, 17% didn't show up. The marathon, 15%. So I start with 10, and then how much of a noose do I want to give myself? And so I let it out a little bit for the 10K, which is a little risky, but I'm not going to do that for the other events.
Well, how does this compare to other years? Or is this a big number this year? It feels like it.
No, I mean, it's still nothing compared to the early days, but our first year back from the pandemic, we had 8,000, and we're going to have 12 this
year.
So, controlled growth. Last year we were 10-ish, and this year, we're going to be more. And it's about what we plan for. I mean, to have the half marathon is going to be like 500 more than last year, and the marathon's going to be 250
Wow.
more, and it's plenty. It's plenty of people. We don't want to. I said this last time I was with you. I don't want to be the biggest. We want to be the best. So we have to make sure that we have enough medical assets and enough shirts and medals and all those things. Last thing any event director wants to do is run out of those things and make people unhappy. I'm about making people happy, not unhappy.
What do you need? What can we do?
Oh, just being able to get on here and to chat with you guys. We still do have some volunteer spots open. We've made some tremendous strides in that area since I was last on with you guys. But if you want to volunteer still, there's a potpourri of opportunities, and you just need to go to IllinoisMarathon.com and click that volunteer button, and you'll see how we've organized the volunteer positions. Are categorized by expo, start, finish, and then there's all the different course positions. I think Saturday is the only day we still have openings for, and looks like there's about a dozen left, and we got to get those filled.
Okay, let's talk about the timeline, Jan.
Mm-hmm. So everything kicks off on Thursday. That's the 23rd of April. Our expo is that day. Day one of the expo is at the ARC, or the Activities Recreation Center, a.k.a. ARC. Starts at 4, runs till 8. It's open to the public, but that is where the participants need to go to get their race number and their shirt and their bag. Our first running event is also Thursday. It's the Michael Hogue Team Mile. It starts at 7:30 outside Grange Grove and runs north on First to Green, and then west on Green, finishes just past the viaduct. And we have a nice big party at the City Center. Thank you to the City Center for that. And then Friday, the expo goes 10 to 7. And then our largest event, looking like 4,500 5K runners, starts at 7:30 that night. Saturday rounds out the running events with the marathon, the half, and the 10K in the morning. And then we have the BC Bank Illinois Youth Run starting at 3, and that's conducted completely inside Memorial Stadium. We do it in waves.
Nice.
Just remember a long time ago, I just flashed back a long time ago, I did a fun 1 mile thing, and a little 8-year-old came up to me and said, "I beat you in the mile, and my mom has it on video." Oh, thanks. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Anyway, it's such a fun weekend. How will you feel Sunday, Monday?
Everybody in my team will be drained and exhausted, but I actually have an open house that I do on Sunday. I've done it every year of the race, and friends and family come, and no, I do not cook all the food. I cater it. But stop to pause on Sunday for a few hours to, have some fellowship and just everybody coming together to feel like, wow, this is, I can't even put into words what a monumental effort this is and how many people make it happen. It is, anybody who thinks it is just the Jan Seeley show is very wrong. I have an incredible staff. They're so dialed in and experienced, 2,000 volunteers. I mean, just so many moving parts to make this event go. It's breathtaking to me. It makes me emotional to even talk about it because it takes so much. So there'll be a lot of just feeling grateful for what we hopefully will be able to do. We're still a long way away. We got weather to wait out, and my kids are going to be here with their partners, and so they're going to stay a couple extra days. So there'll be a ton. I mean, people who think that we all go on vacation on the Monday after the race. It's really, we're busy for a solid, 4 or 5 weeks. There's so much to do. So we'll be busy. We just won't have the time pressure of having to, get it done by the start of the race.
I would think you're always concerned about weather, and temperature-wise, I don't know how it could be much better than it's going to be. Might get a sprinkle here and there on one of these 3 days, but otherwise, darn good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, as you would expect, we are connected with the National Weather Service, and in Illinois, we have one of my emergency services coordinator, Bryant Serafin, former Urbana police chief, who's on our staff. Does an incredible job.
Bryant's a great guy. Bryant's a great guy.
He's
such a super guy. Bryant Serafin.
He's great.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Bryant is the designated staff person, who has a 6:15 a.m. weather briefing all this week with the team for the National Weather, and then he distills that and sends it to a core group of us, and he'll have that every day. But then once we get to the race weekend, we actually will have Nicole from the National Weather Service here with us in our Ford Command up on the 8th floor to advise us on any weather situation we need to know about that could impact the event, good or otherwise. So, we laugh sometimes when we're at conferences and we're talking to other event directors and I just look at my phone and see what the weather says. Right. No, that's not how it works.
Right.
So we, whatever the weather's going to be, it's not going to change the 100 things I need to do today.
Yeah,
so I'm
right.
trying to not get. In fact, I want to make sure that I keep my wits about me. That's my mantra, and I say it to myself about every 20 minutes because it's very easy to have time go very fast, and for me to, not be kind in the way I'm acting or speaking with whoever I'm dealing with. So I just keep saying, keep my wits about me because there's going to be a lot of stuff flying my way this week.
Hey, you know what? At the Arc, you have this expo and stuff, and we found this magic cream from Peoria or wherever they were from. I don't know.
Oh, they're coming. Yeah, real time pain relief.
Real-time pain relief.
I'm jotting it down.
I have real-time pain relief, and Gracie, when she ran a couple years ago, and even Christian last year, it was like there's just this. We put something on, and for 2 days we put this on, and Grace didn't hurt at all during her run. She was having some knee or something.
I lather myself in that stuff on race day because it is so good.
I mean, but they're like stirring it in their bathtub or something. I can't believe it works that well, but it's called Real Cream. Thank you for that.
No. Real pain relief, and their booth at the expo is down by Body and Soul. They're at the end of the expo hall.
Oh, and I'm so glad
they've
Mike
been here
Linneman
every year.
and his team are part of
real-time pain relief. It's outstanding and really, really cool. But that's a fun thing to walk through. We had Gracie 2 years ago, Christian last year, and this year Christian's wife Riley is running a marathon. So we're excited to be in we kind of know how to run it. And I told everybody, just look at a map. Don't get mad. Look at a map and just be ready for the marathon Saturday.
And you can find out about the route in case you are running around town to know where some of your delays might be as you go to IllinoisMarathon.com, right?
Yeah, it's outstanding.
Yes.
So well organized, Jan. You do a really, really good job getting this done. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah, thanks so much for the chance. And of course, Diane, you're one of our superstar entertainers down in Savoy.
Over by Morgan and mile 23. I'll be rooting you on and talking about what a great pace you have. You only have a few more miles and try to keep everybody motivated so they can make it to Memorial Stadium.
Jan, maybe you can help me after this is over. I got to get Diane involved in the community.
Out of my shell.
I don't know what I can do to help that.
I just love it. And I love the whole team. I'm so proud of everybody for coming together and doing such great things for our community.
Kind of a big deal now, Jan Celia. This is built up. It's awesome. All right, where do they go to find information or volunteer?
Again, it's all under one umbrella, Illinois Marathon, all one word, .com. The homepage has a link to the registration button. It has a link to the volunteer button. Across the top, you can see, links to other parts of our universe, including those maps that Diane mentioned. There's a Beltway map that we put together, which helps people drive around town on race day without crossing the route. There's a map for every different distance. There's even something called the course impact schedule. If you want to know when's the first runner going to hit a certain point, when is the last runner going to, it's all there.
Unreal.
I mean, exquisite stuff that members of our team, not me, put together.
Good job, Coach.
Good job.
Here, put your hand up. Hand up.
Yes.
High five. Well
High
done.
High five through the mic.
Listen, thanks so much for being on, and keep up your good work. It's
Have
awesome.
a good one.
Have a great one.
And thanks, guys.
If you need anything, let us know. Thank you.
IllinoisMarathon.com.
ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Suspense over the status of final peace talks with Iran before the U.S. threat to bomb its bridges and power plants. Iran state media claims Iran won't show up for Pakistan talks with Vice President Vance after the U.S. fired on the engine room of an Iran-flagged cargo ship that tried to evade the U.S. blockade.
President Trump announced the seizure on Truth Social overnight, saying, quote, the Iranian crew refused to listen, so our Navy ship stopped them right in their tracks by blowing a hole in the engine room. Right now, U.S. Marines have custody of the vessel. The incident came 24 hours after Iran's IRGC fired on two vessels trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz in violation of the ceasefire.
President Trump told Fox's Trey Yingst if they don't sign, the whole country's going to get blown up. Wheelchairs first, and the Boston Marathon is off with clear skies and nice chilly temperatures in the 40s for the athletes. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A pair of tornadoes touched down Friday in parts of northern Illinois, including near Lena, Roscoe, South Beloit, and Rockton. Stevenson County Sheriff's Office warning residents to avoid damaged areas with downed trees and power lines. IBM Illinois Discovery Accelerator Institute in Chicago expanding. IBM and the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign announced the renewal and the expansion of the institute. The Discovery Accelerator has delivered more than 230 research publications advancing 20 active projects across AI, quantum computing, and other emerging fields. Champaign County officials say rising call volumes in rural townships putting new pressure on volunteer EMS crews. The county board reviewed funding options to help departments replace aging equipment and maintain response times. No final decisions were made, but discussions will continue into the spring months. And that's a check of what's happening. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust, fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light duty to heavy duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Hi, this is Damon Hackelman, owner of Clean Ride in Champaign. As winter fades and spring rains move in, melting snow, heavy storms, and stressed pipes can quickly turn into flooding and water damage for homes and businesses across Champaign County. When water shows up where it shouldn't, every minute matters. At Clean Right, we're a family-owned and operated company with deep roots in this community, and we're ready with a 24/7 emergency response. Our certified, experienced technicians arrive fast to assess the damage and start the restoration process right away. Whether it's a flooded basement, burst pipe, or storm damage, we work to make the recovery quick and as stress-free as possible. Our mission is to return your property to clean, safe, like-new condition so you can get back to normal. We work alongside trusted expert partners to make the restoration process smooth and stress-free, guiding you every step of the way. Learn more or request emergency service anytime at cleanright.net.
Why use Land's Underground Solutions? We have the team, the technology, the tools, and the most experienced team in the industry.
Hi, it's Wes from Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Our mission at Land's is to provide top-tier service, prioritize our customers with upfront pricing, and maintain exceptional communication. We assure you at Land's we will only recommend what you truly need, from regular maintenance on your home's mechanical systems with the Land's Comfort family to replacement of existing equipment. Now would be a great time to consider updating your HVAC system. Visit us at landsinc.com.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana is Saturday. Not too shabby a spell of weather ahead this week. We'll move into a bit of a wetter weather pattern the end part of the week and into the weekend with a cool down and temperatures slated for next week with more rain in the forecast as well. Otherwise, and apart from the sprinkles and snowflakes over parts of the Midwest, a sunny, cool day's worth of weather today. Frost and freeze noted early on this morning. The high about 58 with a light northeast to east wind becoming east to southeast. A few clouds move in for tonight. That'll keep temperatures up to 44. Tomorrow, breezy, much warmer in the afternoon with increasing clouds later in the day. Highs to about 76 on a southeast wind, 12 to 22. Maybe a stray shower or thunder shower tomorrow night, low down to 57. Partly sunny, mild for the day on Wednesday at 78 on a southwest to south wind. And maybe a shower in spots here later in the day Thursday. A couple of showers and thunderstorms for Friday and a spot of rain that will linger into Saturday and Sunday as well with a cool down. 81 on Thursday though, 76 on Friday, lower 70s on Saturday, back into the 60s for Sunday and Monday. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm Lorcious Greg Soldier.
Dillman Brothers, siding, roofing, windows, and more.
Honest, dependable, affordable too. Put the Dillman Brothers to work for you.
We at Dillman Brothers are aware that as a homeowner, you don't replace your roofing, siding, or garage door every day. So please allow us to assist you in the process, from material selection to budget planning and installation by our team, to improve and protect your home so you don't get screwed. One call can take care of all of your exterior needs.
Call the Dillman Brothers, they'll take care of you.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle
right, ESPN 93.5. That's 8:43, our sports headlines.
Well, we were just talking off mic about some players like Xavier Zenz, who's coming from Milwaukee.
Basketball.
He's 6'7".
He's Wisconsin Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 stars. I don't think the stars, they don't know. Keaton Wagler was, what is he, a 2, 3 star?
Right.
Maybe he's 4. I don't know.
And maybe we can harness something in them to have that perfect chemistry.
I think our people get better. I think same for Brett Bielema. I think same for Shauna Green. When you have a really good coach, they tend to get better in your program because you don't have $40 million for Ohio State football, reportedly. So it's pretty easy when you offer the guy more money than the other guy. So, but no, we have a combination. We have money, but we don't have the most, and we get better. So I think the whole reputation of Fletch and that all the NBA guys we have out there come back to him and work out in the offseason, which is an open door with Brad Underwood. So it's all good.
So we do have the NFL draft that we're talking about too, and Gabe Yakas is one of those that is one of the top prospects that we're talking about.
Yeah, I think he'll go in the first, 2-3 rounds?
Right, and we'll find out what happens with quarterback Luke Altmaier, offensive lineman J.C. Davis, Miles Scott being talked about, James Thompson,
That's this
Hank
week,
Beatty.
This week.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're also kind of watching that and watching the predictions in case you're into that. Cardinals win in 10. Let's get your recap.
With Ricky Horton, I'm John Rooney. Mason Wynn got a 4-run rally started in the 5th inning, and then he was able to drive in 3 in the 10th inning to help the Cardinals beat the Houston Astros 7-5 and sweep the 3-game series with a great game yesterday.
Terrific game yesterday as Mason Wynn came through. So did Matthew Liberatore with the start. He went 6 solid innings, didn't get the win, but put the Cardinals in a position to win, and the Cardinals were able to get that big 3-run double in the 10th inning and then close it out. Gordon Graceffo picked up his 2nd big league save.
Mike Burrows, their starting pitcher, retired the first 14 batters, striking out 7, but once Wynn got a base hit to break up the no-no, he fell apart.
Yeah, he was not as good out of the stretch as he was out of the windup.
The Cardinals move on to Miami, playing the Marlins tonight in South Florida on the air at 4:45. Michael McGreevy goes for his 2nd win. Ricky will have the lineups at 5:30 Central.
I'm telling you what, Michael McGreevy was at our caravan in January. He's fantastic. He's pitcher. Matthew Liberatore pitched great yesterday. He was at the caravan a few years ago. So it's I think most of the starting lineup was at our caravan at one time or another. So the Cubs have done better than expected. The whole Central Division has winning records. The Milwaukee Brewers and Chicago Cubs are 12-9, which is the bottom. There's only 140-some games left, so it's getting down to it.
Lots of wins in the Central, and I like seeing that.
It's about 140 games left, so that's all that's left. They've played about 22 whole games now. Anyway, nice start in the Central.
Cubs over New York in 2-1 yesterday. Now they've got a series starting up at 6:40 on US 105.9 against
New York
the
Mets
Phillies.
spent a fortune. They always do. They're last place in baseball. They're 7-15.
Talks about their 6-game skid or something like that.
Houston is like one of the worst records in baseball. By the way, the Cardinals haven't swept Houston in Houston since George W. Bush.
Wow.
22 years ago.
Go Cardinals.
Yeah.
Illinois drops the season finale against number 19 Oregon, and their record is 20-18 right now. Maryland beat Illinois softball. And over the weekend, we had the NCAA gymnastics tournament, and Brandon Dang on the pommel horse, a winner, and Illinois finished 5th. Go Illini.
Major competition.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday.
For sure.
All right, 8:47.
Urbana Park District has pool memberships on sale now. Get ready for summer swimming at Crystal Lake Park Family Aquatic Center. Big discounts through April 30th for families, individuals, seniors, and those in the military. Stop by the Phillips Recreation Center or the Health and Wellness Center. Pool memberships are great for summer fun. Urbana Park District, you belong here. For details, call 217-367-1544 or visit urbanaparks.org.
Think you have to settle for mediocre car insurance to save money? Think again. It's possible to get superior coverage and still save money with Erie Insurance. Customers who switched to Erie saved up to $951. It pays to compare. Switch and save with Erie.
Your Erie agent in Champaign is Thomas & Ellers Insurance.
Annual savings based on new customers surveyed in March 2022 who reported savings when switching auto insurance. Individual premiums and savings will vary.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Hi, this is Jason Snyder with Philo Exchange Bank. For over 140 years, we have been rooted in your community, making local decisions for local people. We know you and understand your goals. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing remains the same. We are here for you. Reliable, local, trusted for generations. Visit us in St. Joseph, Philo, Allerton, Broadlands, and our newest branch in Tolono opening this spring.
Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize a used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Weather brought to you by Sweet Petunias. They have a wonderful antique shop down there in the mall area in Tuscola. And they've got a big car show coming up this Saturday with all kinds of awards and all kinds of wonderful vehicles.
Different categories.
Yeah.
You register between 10 a.m. and noon, and they have awards by 2.
Sweet Petunias Antiques in Tuscola and the Outlet Mall area. You can't miss them. They got wonderful, cool antiques.
Nice.
10 till 9.
Blowing it up for everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. A little frost scraping off the windshield this morning with some low cold spots right around the freezing mark. Otherwise, trend towards sunshine and lighter breeze for the day today. Better feel outside of the sprinkles and snowflakes that came through parts of the Midwest yesterday. Highs to about 58 with a gentle northeast to north wind becoming east to southeast. Not so chilly tonight. A few clouds move in, low down at 44. Tomorrow, breezy and much warmer in the afternoon. Sunshine, but with increasing clouds late in the day. Highs to about 76 as the southeast wind picks on up. Stray shower thunderstorm tomorrow night, low down to 57. On Wednesday, partly sunny, mild at 78. And a couple of showers and thunderstorms to the forecast here for Thursday and Friday. Touch of rain for the weekend and a cool down at 81 for the day on Thursday, 76 on Friday. Highs in the lower 70s on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Trend back into cooler and wetter. The story for next week. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Jesse with Lands Drain Cleaning. Do you have your sewer line cleaned every year? Are you constantly getting roots or blockages? Why deal with that headache year after year? Call Lands Drain Cleaning today at 217-355-5512 to have our expert staff come out, clean your line. We give you a free camera inspection, show you what's wrong, where it's at, and then we can offer you a repair for that problem so you don't have to deal with it again. Lands Drain Cleaning. Why call anyone else?
Yeah, if you weren't tracking, we were kind of tracking Kylan Boswell, former, of course, Illini, who just turned 21 over the weekend.
That's right.
Really young kid from Champaign-Urbana. Kylan Boswell played great in wherever he was. Plymouth? He was out at this camp with a bunch of hopefuls for the NBA draft, and Kylan averaged, I think, 12 points a game, and I think he averaged 10 assists.
That's awesome.
So he really had a camp that got noticed, and he's hoping that this progresses to other places you got to be invited to go. But clearly he wants to get a shot in the NBA, and he will. You know, even if he's not drafted, probably not going to be drafted, but he'll get tryouts.
Yeah.
And it's just a question if you bounce around the G League. I don't know what the G League pays, but I don't think it's anything like college. It's amazing. That's all these G League guys go, why didn't I stay? Because my agent said I'd get drafted.
Right.
So it's 60 spots in the world. 60.
Oh, wow.
That's all you got. There are 2 rounds of the NBA draft.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really, really difficult. And second round is not guaranteed. The only guarantee is the first 30 players in the world. There's $8 billion? Man, I'd like to put my name in the NBA draft just in case.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy. He's a nice guy.
Portsmouth Invitational Tournament is what it was called.
Portsmouth?
Portsmouth.
Okay.
Invitational Tournament
Where?
for Kylan.
Is that Massachusetts?
I think up
Portsmouth? East Coast? Anyway,
Right.
all we know is Kylan played great.
Yes.
So, and then Ben Hummerkaus, I don't know what his plans are. He totally can make money in basketball. There's a lot of places to make money. How many people have gone to Europe and done quite well? Ben can play. He got so much better this last year. Could guard people, made big tip outs, made big rebounds, made big shots. Heck yeah.
Portsmouth is in Virginia. So there we go.
Okay. Well, we will continue to track
Sixth
our
best vertical of the 64 players.
32.5.
32.5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Kylan Boswell. We're back.
Come on,
in there.
Kylan. Let's go,
Awesome.
baby. And he really stood down and let Keaton develop. He encouraged him, mentored him. He was going to have the ball all the time this year, and Keaton ended up having the ball, and it worked out quite well.
Yeah.
Final 4. All right, that's it for the Monday. We shall return, God willing, tomorrow. Diane Ducey.
Enjoy the day.
That is Diane. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. It's The Drive this afternoon with Evan and Curtis. We'll see what they have to say. Don't miss that after 3 o'clock. Thanks for listening. Have a great Monday.
It's head coach Tyra Perry with Fighting Illini Softball. Join us at Eichelberger Field this season for exciting softball and great promotions. Enjoy our season-long concession deals. We have Triple Play Tuesday with a pretzel, candy, and drink for only $10. We have $7 Walking Taco Wednesdays and Family Friday with 4 hot dogs, 4 boxes of popcorn, and 4 drinks for $40. For more information about our game-specific promotions, visit fightingillini.com/promotions.
Champaign-Urbana Ballet makes a big splash with The Little Mermaid on May 1st and 2nd at the Virginia Theater. Glamorous and amusing, this magical adventure is one for the whole family. Sponsored by Area Wide Technologies, Bill Bass Foundation, Champaign Ballet Academy, Stone Ridge Dairy, and 2 Men and a Truck. Tickets at Virginia Theater box office or visit thevirginia.org. Join CU Ballet Under the Sea with The Little Mermaid.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Everyone knows that when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 for PDR Automotive. But did you also know that if you don't have a key and you need it to run, call 367-9481. PDR now performs key cutting with programming. PDR also performs module cloning. Cloning makes that module plug and play, in many cases allowing you to utilize the used module where a new module is no longer available or very expensive. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Hi, this is Richard of Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights.
And I'm Selena, the other half. When something breaks or needs built right, we know you don't have time to wait.
That's why we handle everything from on-site repair to full turnkey facility projects.
With over 150 years of combined industry experience behind every job.
We're also your local dealer for Chief Green System.
So you're getting equipment you can count on.
Give us a call at 217-574-5050.
Freedom Fabrication and Millwrights. Built on experience, powered by people.
This is Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. This April, pick any day of the month. Don't miss our spring cleaning, scratch and dent, and or discontinued sale event of the century. We're talking 50, 60, 70% off the already reduced price. Wow! Now's the time to replace that dishwasher that's barely washing dishes. Here we have a dishwasher with a small dent on the door. Your kids are playing football in the kitchen every night while you're making dinner. It's gonna get dented anyway. Now you have a fully functional dishwasher and you saved $400. How about a refrigerator? Last year's model, not a single scratch. Save yourself $1,000 and put it towards a family summer vacation. Awesome! A new vent hood above your range. Be honest, you haven't looked at those grease filters since the late 90s. Buy a closeout hood and watch it shine from a room over for the next quarter century. It's the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World Spring Cleaning, Scratch and Dent, and or discontinued closeout appliance sale of the century. You don't have to rush. The sale is going on the whole month of April. Unless it's April 29th, you might want to hurry. Wow!
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is